So I was just sitting here doing some scrying in the scrying bowl, and I was getting this image of a big sun. And I pulled three tarot, and guess what the third one was? The sun. It's crazy, right? So I'll get to the other two in a minute, but I just wanted to start with the sun because I didn't want the energy to get kind of muddled. So the image that I was getting initially of the sun felt like felt like there was a lot of darkness around us right now. I mean, that's probably, I mean, you can just open up the news, although do that in moderation. But you can see how much darkness there is in the world right now. But I was getting this image of a sun just sort of coming out and shining its light on all of the darkness that's happening right now. And I was getting, that song, The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. So it felt hopeful. It felt enlightening. I was also seeing a lot of swords on the pre-shuffle, which is mental energy. I feel like even though it seems like everything is bad news right now, we're going to start to see things surface up. I was getting that also the other day in the scrying bowl was the images of things bubbling up to the surface like a volcano. I think we're going to start to see that happen with not just the bad, but with the good, right? Because we have to experience each polarity to its extreme, bad and good, love and fear. We've already done the bad, we've already done the fear. Now it's time to move on to the love and goodness and happiness, right? Like it seems so impossible, but it's a little bit about, I wouldn't say changing your mindset. I don't want to be too Pollyanna, but I would say more like leaving room because when it seems like the darkness is just everywhere, you can shut yourself down to the possibility of things being good, right? Because you're just expecting everything to be bad. That doesn't mean that there aren't bad things. Of course, like look around you, there's terrible things in the world. But that doesn't mean that there aren't also good and positive things happening at the same time. Right? Like where are they happening in your life? That you can start small. The other two cards that I got were the Two of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So the Two of Swords is interesting. That's all about intuition for me. And I was just filming one of the shorts that I do about how to follow your intuition. And I'll let you guys watch that video. I'll link it below. But what I was talking about was basically like how you can ask your intuition questions if you're feeling stuck. Like in general, intuition is a receptive modality. Like you have to receive the intuition. It has to come to you. You can't really like go out there and grab it. But that doesn't mean that you can't invite it in, right? Like invite it in by asking it a question. And so it seems like this woman is wanting to know the answers because swords are information. She can't find the information the normal way through the mind, through the media, through, YouTube, through the normal intellectual sources. So she has to tune into her intuition and see what feels right, what feels right to you. And then the other card that I got was the Queen of Pentacles. And that's just like such a beautiful card. I mean, I can almost like really see this pentacle here as the sun that she's kind of nurturing. It almost looks like a little baby on her lap or something that she's nurturing. I think the general reading of this card is that it's supposed to be representative of money and wealth, but I'm seeing it more as like she's nurturing something very small that's like the seed of something good that she planted, but it's only a seed right now, and that eventually will grow and become something much bigger. So let's pull a few more cards and see. By the way, I didn't mention, but this tarot reading that I'm doing is for the summer solstice, which is coming up on the 20th. Up here in the northern hemisphere, it's the longest day of the year, so the sun makes perfect sense that I would have seen that in the scrying bowl and I would have pulled it in the cards because the sun will be at its strongest for us here on Friday. But like, there's light and dark and everything. Like it will also be at its weakest in the southern hemisphere. Everything has to be in balance, right? That was a terrible shuffle. Hang on. Let me do that one more time. Also a terrible shuffle. Whatever. Ace of Wands. Okay, we love to see it. We love to see it. I haven't put out this video yet, but another one of my tips about how to follow your intuition is following your passion. Like when you get that feeling of like, yes, like this has my name on it. Like I know that I can do this and I really want to go for it. So that's what this represents, the Ace of Wands. It represents that like new beginning, but it's a new beginning that comes from your passion. So I feel like despite like everything that's going down in the world right now, I think there's a lot of these new beginnings for people. I think people are really ready to start following their passions and to start saying like what matters to me, like where do I really belong in this world, and what do I want to be doing, and who do I want to be doing it with. And when you have that feeling of excitement, that's your intuition. That's your intuition talking to you. It's telling you yes, like that's the direction, go in that direction. We have the Tower in reverse though, and we also have the Two of Wands, which I think this is about making a decision. But the decision has already been made. We just haven't necessarily like acted on it yet. And then the Tower came out in reverse. I don't know that I feel that I'm going to read the reversal on this. I think that the Tower can affect us in different ways, right? The Tower is when the divine comes in, zaps you with the lightning, and says, this needs to change, right? When it's in reverse, I feel like we're sort of loosening that restriction that we put on ourselves, and we're allowing, without resistance, we're allowing that change to come through and happen. So we know that something needs to change, right? We're going to go kicking or screaming, or we're going to go willingly. So, I mean, I can kind of read that either way. And then this is really awesome too, to see the Hierophant. I just think this is about us taking back our personal power, honestly. Like our power isn't in corporations, our power isn't in the media, our power isn't in, government systems that are fucking failing. Our power is in ourselves, and it's in the people. Like we just saw that. We saw 6 million people. And not to get political, but y'all probably know my politics. We saw 6 million people, vast majority of whom were peaceful, despite what the media was trying to spin it. Peaceful protesters coming out and saying, we will not accept a dictator. Like we will not accept a king. So it's really, the power is coming back to the people. It's all about what the Age of Aquarius is about. But it has to start with you, right? Like you can't just topple a dictatorship on your own. Like you have to start in your own life and be like, yo, where am I putting my power outside of myself? Why am I spending, 40 hours of my week every week, at a bloodthirsty corporation that doesn't give a shit about me and that's like paying me peanuts while the oligarch at the top is making God knows how many millions and fucking the economy for everybody else. Do you know what I mean? Don't let me get my, I didn't realize we were going to church today, but the Hierophant came out, so I guess we're going to church. Oh, this is really beautiful. It's the Six of Cups. Yeah, it's like we're not alone. Like we have friends, we have supporters, we have each other. Like we don't have to be the victims of oligarchs and warmongers. Like we can come together in peaceful ways and make change peacefully. And we're doing it. Like you're seeing it all around you already. It's a hard time. I don't have to say that. It's a hard time. But there's that like cliche phrase that like in the darkness, you need all that darkness in order to see the light, to see that candle flame. When it's the darkest, that's when you see the candle flame the strongest. And I think we're really starting to see that. We're starting to see that candle flame within ourselves. And that's what the solstice represents, especially here in the Northern Hemisphere. The sun is at its peak power. Our personal power is at its peak power as well. And the sun is on fire right now, guys. I don't know if you've been following the solar weather, but there's been so many crazy solar flares. The sun is at its solar maximum. It's been releasing a crazy amount of energy, and we can feel it. That affects us. Like I can even feel that right now. Like I can feel sort of like this amped up energy. Like I almost feel like it's a little bit hard to breathe. Like I'm breathing a little bit
hard or fast or something like that. Let's take one more card. Yeah, it's the Nine of Cups. It's wish fulfillment. I think ultimately this is where we land. My neighbor just started playing really loud music outside, so I think I'm probably going to leave it there. But I think this is like a very positive card to end this reading. Like, we can all have exactly what we want, right? But we need each other in order to get there. Don't let them divide and conquer us, because that's what they're trying to do. All right, guys. Happy solstice. Love ya. Bye.